Hello, we're here at the Riggersville Cave with Curtis, and he's going to be telling us about his experience.
Hi, this is Curtis and James. We're at the Riggersville Cave looking for amazing phenomenon, focused energies, things.
So, were you diagnosed with spinal stenosis?
Yes, sir. I had an MRI. The MRI showed extremely bad deposits around my spinal column, and I was told that they're sharp. So that's what was causing me my extreme pain, and I was actually in so much pain that after the MRI, the doctor told me, don't work. Because if one of these little spikes that's around my spinal column actually penetrates a nerve, I could lose feeling, I could lose mobility, that I should sign up for disability, and the problem was incurable and possibility of surgery, but that would be my only hope. And there was no guarantee that it wouldn't come back, because I still have the condition that's causing the spinal stenosis to develop.
And he basically told you it was incurable or curable?
No, incurable, and the surgery would help, but there's no guarantee. Because if you have a disease...
So it still wouldn't cure you?
It wasn't a cure, it was just a remedy or a temporary
fix. For the time being?
Right. With the hope that maybe it wouldn't come back. So, at that point, I sought out Mr. Grodin's help. But in the meantime, I had learned some interesting things that are well documented. Matter of fact, one of them was that there were placebo surgeries done on people with spinal stenosis where they made a 1-inch incision in your back. This was a medical, documented, scientific. They showed that the people who did not have the surgery but just had a scar on their back, 30% of them, and more than 30% in some of the studies, actually got better automatically without the surgery because they believed they had the surgery.
Wow.
Interestingly enough, before I met you, I actually had learned that oh my goodness, the name escapes me. We'll get back to that when I remember. But upon coming to see James, aside from the spiritual aspect of thinking positive, which is very important, and we will get into that later, there was a component that I was not taking into consideration, and that was diet. Avoiding certain foods that could aggravate the problem and remove them from the diet. Eat holistic, healthy, raw foods. And in my case, because I was trying to solve a problem with calcium deposits, we actually, at James's instruction, overdosed or gave me large doses of magnesium, which, interestingly enough, as your body's getting rid of excess magnesium, it pulls calcium out of your body with it. There were a few side effects. Shoulders were very achy, and I did have but within 4 months, I was not only cured, but I was off. I denied disability, which I had signed up for, and the pain was completely gone. I went right back to work. Now, this is coming from a guy who couldn't get off the couch.
Wow.
A good percentage of the time, was in extreme pain, was on painkillers.
Wow.
Was told that he would never work again, and I mean, on certain occasions.
I met him. He was rolled up on the yard in a fetal position. Couldn't
Wow.
get out of a fetal position.
I have actually been laying in the street in front of my house, unable to move, screaming, calling for an ambulance. That's how bad the pain was.
Wow.
And interestingly enough, all it took was some good advice and a little bit of sacrifice, and now it was well worth it.
Amazing.
What would you tell people with the same condition?
So, give us a call, because you too can be cured.
Amazing, amazing. Hey, I have a question for you, Curtis. What are some of the things that you are able to do now that you couldn't do before you met James?
One of the things that really amazes me is that Mr. Grodin has a very patient, understanding, and kind personality.
Yes.
Sit there and listen and offer advice before you even know that you need it.
Yes, yes.
So there is a almost psychic or spiritual component to the advice that you can sense and you can feel.
Yes.
If you have a need, if you have a problem, this man can help you.
Yes. All right.
That's what you can do when you're cured from incurable spinal stenosis.